Drivers' Championship points. There is the race leader, Paul Gentilozzi, in position to pick up 20 points should he win this race, diving down through the corkscrew.
But if Jeremy Dale maintains his second position, he will pick up 15, which will keep him in the lead. At the moment, it's 103 points for Jeremy Dale to 86 to Paul Gentilozzi. So Gentilozzi will go to 106, but of course Jeremy will go to 118, still maintaining the lead. But the gap will close by 5 points. And as you said earlier on at the beginning of the race, there are still another, after this race, there's 6 to go.
5 to go.
5 to go after this race, 6.
Bearing down on young Jason Engel, Paul Gentilozzi.
Checking if he was still really looking at things right.
My arithmetic is up to 7.
Jason Engel, very young, going back to college after the next race. Is that right? You spoke to him earlier on. But
that's right. He'll be a senior at the University of Tampa this year. In only his 3rd Exxon GTU start. Paul Gentilozzi with clear track ahead of him. Oldsmobile has really come into this series and done well. As David mentioned earlier, they decided they wanted to step up in technology. And Gentilozzi did not endear himself to the folks from the Sports Car Club of America by saying that moving from Trans Am to IMSA GTS was like going from the Stone Age to the Space Age.
I can't imagine how anybody could be so crass to say something like that.
If you like your technology and you like a production-based series, the Exxon Supreme Series is where you want to be. Paul Gentilozzi leads in GTS. Herb Hare leads in GTO. And John Fergus, the defending GTU class champion, leads there. It's a Dodge 1-2, in fact, the GTU. We'll be right back to Laguna Seca.
To celebrate 65 years of Craftsman tools, Sears is having a big anniversary sale. This Craftsman 25-gallon, 3.5 horsepower compressor, only $299.99. That's a terrific price. Plus hundreds of other values, now at Sears.
You can see it in their eyes. They're pushing to raise the benchmark of quality. And after 3 million miles of testing, the people of Exxon know Phase 4 gasoline offers the highest level of engine cleaning, all for one reason. For proven high performance you can rely on.
Let the tiger set you free. Rely on the tiger.
Back in Laguna Seca, California, in the waning moments of the Exxon Supreme Series, there is the car number 0 of John Fergus from Columbus, Ohio, being passed by the overall race leader, Paul Gentilozzi. But Fergus, the defending GTU class champion, has things well in hand. Behind him is his Dodge teammate, Don Walker. Behind them, Bill Auberlin in a Mazda, having one of his best races in quite a while. They run 1, 2, 3 in the GTU class for engines under 3 liters in displacement. There is the number 4 Oldsmobile of Herb Hare running on his own in the GTO class, domestic American iron. He is followed by Chuck Kendall in a Ford Mustang, father of Tommy Kendall of IMSA GTP fame. And behind them, Bruce Nesbitt in a Chevy Camaro out of Chicago, Illinois, running in 3rd position in the GTO class.
Jeremy Dale is about 13 seconds behind our leader at the moment as we're looking at Herb Hare, the GTO leader. Coming down to that turn 10 up to 11. Hard on the brakes again. Not too many laps left remaining here.
Herb Hare dug himself a hole early in the race by spinning out at that corner, but he managed to catch Les Lindley, take the lead, and then when Lindley spun off the racetrack, Herb Hare was on his own. The car he's just about to lap is Dick Greer, a former champion in this class.
And Dick Greer has won the class at the Daytona 24-hour race on a number of occasions.
Up front, meanwhile, also in an Oldsmobile, there's the number 3 of Lansing, Michigan's Paul Gentilozzi, who came into this race having come from near the back to the front to win an SCCA Trans Am event. And now he has taken Steve Millen from behind to lead. And it appears at this juncture, anyway, that he will win what I think is his first career solo victory in IMSA GTS competition.
Right, he scared the SCCA guys by going and winning the Trans Am just a few weeks back in Portland, Oregon, which is their next stop on this trail. He went went up there, in fact, to practice for the upcoming GTS race in a SCCA race, having already said what you'd said about going from the Stone Age to the Space Age, and arrived there not too popular in the paddock, went on to win the race, so left the SCCA even more unpopular. He is going up there, and of course he'll be returning there again very soon, as he's running a real good race at the moment. He's about 13 seconds in front of Jeremy Dale in the first of the Nissan 3-litre twin-turbo. Whoa! Sorry, saw that car disappear off there, just taking a line. That's one of the Achievers, another Oldsmobile.
That's Amos Johnson, a 4-time winner of the 24 Hours of Daytona in the GTU class, doing that in Mazdas. Now he has switched his allegiance to Oldsmobile. Paul Gentilozzi, in fact, this will be his first career solo victory in IMSA GTS competition. He won previously at the 12 Hours of Sebring, co-driving with his teammate Darren Brassfield and Herb Hare. 1 lap remaining here at Laguna Seca. The shadows growing long. Going around Jerry Brassfield, who is running actually 5th in the class right now, I believe.
And that Chuck Kendall too, I think, in car number 90. Chuck Kendall, father of probably better known Tommy Kendall.
And Bart Kendall, also quite a great race driver. The man who appears occasionally on our ESPN telecasts of the Toyota Atlantic Series. Paul Gentilozzi once more up the hill and into the corkscrew. Behind him, Jeremy Dale, waving the Nissan colors. Behind him, teammate Steve Miller has been on and off the racetrack and losing ground steadily.
There you hear the V8 on the overrun as he comes into the corkscrew. There you see Jeremy Dale.
Jeremy Dale.
He's coming up the hill now. There's the turn 7, the top of the hill. Now we're back to the leader as he comes swooping down to turn 10 for the last time.
Down into turn 11, where the checkered flag waits in the hands of IMSA flagman Jim Sidley. What a race for Paul Gentilozzi, who first organized this Oldsmobile GTS team. Now he has taken his 2nd victory of the season for it. He will definitely be a factor in both the driver and manufacturer's championship before the 19. A field of